A lot of people today don't understand their rights as they're spelled out in the U.S. Constitution. One of those rights is the freedom of the press. When the Constitution was originally written, many founding fathers worried that without some checks, the will of the majority would overwhelm the rights of the minority, so they came up with amendments to the Constitution. The First Amendment covers several rights. It reads, Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof, or abridging the freedom of speech or of the press, or the right of the people peaceably to assemble and to petition the government for redress of grievances. That covers a lot, but the one I'm focusing on right now is the freedom of the press. Freedom of the press guarantees that we have the right to write against the government if we disagree with it. It means that anyone has the right to print and distribute information, even if that information is critical of the government. But that right was given to the people who printed the newspapers, not to the public at large. You could write all the letters to the editor that you want, but the newspaper was never under any obligation to print those letters. As this applies to social media, the right to free speech is provided to the owners of the social media. There is no guarantee that you can say what you want just because you have a social media account. In the past, newspaper editors served as fact checkers and weeded out letters that contained misinformation. Not only did this prevent untrue things from being printed, it protected the newspapers from lawsuits. Libel laws allow people to sue for damages if a newspaper knowingly printed something that was untrue. For the average citizen, in order to prove libel, you only have to prove that something was untrue and that it damaged your reputation. The more well-known you are, the harder it is to prove libel. So, for instance, for a presidential candidate to win a libel suit, he or she would have to prove that something was untrue, that the newspaper knew it was untrue, and that the newspaper printed it anyway with the sole intention of harming his or her reputation. This can also apply if someone printed inaccurate information that caused a community to face danger, like bomb threats or shootings or things like that. Many people don't realize this, but you can be sued for libel for things that you post online. And the platforms themselves may be held accountable if they don't provide some sort of fact-checking. Provider liability is still up to the courts to decide. When there's fact-checking, much of it today is done electronically, and there are many services that you can use to ensure that the information you're posting is factual. For more commentary and humor, subscribe to my YouTube channel at the link in the comments. Thank you and have a good day.